Defense attorney Arthur Aidala, a legal analyst for Studio B. That's not what's happening.
No, basically what the Attorney General is saying is there are specific language that you could put in a complaint or an indictment, the vehicles that we prosecute people with, the paperwork, that triggers mandatory sentencing. So if the judge is sentencing somebody who he believes deserves a break, the judge, he or she, is handcuffed. And basically what Holder is saying is, look, let's give the judges the freedom to make the decisions based on the totality of the circumstances, not some rigid laws that were put into effect a while ago during the crack wars and all of that. And he's following a trend, first of all, that was set in the state court 25 years ago, and also in the overall criminal justice system. Because, Shepard, up until recently, I think it was 5 years ago, the United States Supreme Court came down with the decision. Judges were handcuffed on almost every case. They had a 4-month... That was their discretion. I could give the guy 24 months or I could give him 30 months. Now the guidelines, the sentencing is totally discretionary. A judge can give you probation on something where you're facing 10 years, or he can give you 10 years on something where you're facing probation, as long as it's within reasons. And I think that's what Holder is just saying. He's like, on these drug cases, these lower level people, there's no reason to give them 10 years in jail.
And here's how they're doing it. They're saying, just leave out what quantity of drugs you found. And then the judge, using his or her experience and knowledge of the law and all the rest, didn't get to be a judge for nothing, can use that experience and common sense to come up with a sentence that makes sense.
And it's just based on the totality of the circumstances. And it's just as simple as you said. Instead of saying John Doe conspired to sell 5 kilograms of cocaine, which would trigger the mandatory 10-year jail sentence, John Doe conspired to sell cocaine, period. And then the prosecutor makes his argument, the defense attorney makes his argument, her argument, and the judge rules.
You know why we still have the drug war, right? Because there's a lot of money in the drug war.
Well,
because there are thousands and thousands and tens of thousands being employed in many different ways to fight a war which we have lost. The definition of insanity, what was it again?
You keep doing the same thing over and over and expect a different result. Well,
different result.
It's a whole agency dedicated to it.
Yeah, agency and law enforcement agencies and border patrol agencies and all these people out there fighting a war which we are not winning. And the number of people in this country consuming these drugs does not go down. And the number of people dying and fighting this war does not go down. And the amount of money we spend on this absolutely losing war for decades and decades goes up. And we're flushing it down the toilet. This is not a matter of opinion. Everything I just said is a fact. We're losing. And we keep fighting. And no one understands. Except the people who are getting the money.
Where we are winning is these drug treatment programs, these alternative to incarceration programs. In Brooklyn, New York.
Wait, those aren't profitable.
Those aren't profitable.
Well, they are.
In the long run,
you know what I mean.
Oh, but people are staying out of jail.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, in Brooklyn, New York, Joe Hines has a program where people getting out of jail are trained not to go back to jail, and it's like the statistics are overwhelming, and everyone in the country now is picking up on it. Throwing people in jail, Shepard, in a lot of ways is like graduate school for criminals. Now, there are a lot of people who deserve to be in jail, but not people who are dealing nickel bags of marijuana on the corner.
Arthur, thank you.